Hello there. I don't even notice, but I'm well out of my usual patch in the northeast of Scotland. I'm here in Kenya. I'm in a place called Kakuma. If you take a look behind me, there's about 20 or 30 families live here. We've been talking to them to get an idea just what it's like to live in a place like this. We're here in November and it's hot. It's 40 degrees some days. So you can imagine what it must be like in the height of summer. We're talking to a mum who has to walk 2 hours to the local hospital, 2 hours each way. There's no money for transport, but her 2-year-old daughter needs urgent life-saving treatment, so she's got no choice. We've been talking to her, locals, we're talking to staff about the staff at the hospital about the work that's been done by a Scottish charity called Kids OR. They're over here, they're making a difference, they're saving lives, they're changing lives. Join me, read my features online, The Scottish Sun, and watch the videos, and we're going to find out exactly what they are doing here and the impact they're having and the huge changes they're making. This is a kennel, and a little girl Etapa. Every week they have to make this walk from their home in Kakuma to the local hospital. 2 hours each way and baking heat, up to 40, 50 degrees, it's incredible. They can't afford to pay for transport and the baby needs treatment. Nothing else they can do.
Yeah, it's really a distressing journey, that's how to call it. Yeah, the mother walks close to 2 hours to be here every single week to get help. And it's a kind of help that we are proud as a hospital that we are able to offer here.
And what do you do to make, at the end of the journey when she gets here, what do you do to make it so she spends as least time at the hospital as possible? How do you help her that way?
Yeah, given the fact that I know where she's coming from, she's walking a long distance. I've shared my phone number with her so that the moment she arrives at the hospital, she's able to give me a call and tell me, hey doc, I'm here and I need your help. So whatever it is she calls me, I give her priority. I put her top of the rest so that I can be able to attend to her so that she can start her journey back home.
And helping people like that, is that rewarding? Is that why you became a doctor?
Yes, my journey to be a doctor, yes. I'm really proud of it. Yes, as a doctor, I put that behind my mind, that people are of diverse, are from diverse background. They have different needs, but what brings them to the hospital first is because of their health needs, right?
And is it upsetting when you go into the community and you see that in 2024 a family of 5 are living in a hut?
Yeah, it's really sad. Yeah, maybe to mention this, as a hospital, we have community health workers, and the community health workers, what they do, they go to the community on our behalf. So we are able to know the kind of state they are in through our community health workers. However, today was mind-blowing. Yes, I'm used to sending them to the community, to sending our community health workers, getting a second-hand information, but today I got a first-hand information of what it is our patients go through.
So so it's unusual for you to go out into that setting and see them and see how they live. So you said it was mind-blowing for you.
Yeah, it was a mind-blowing experience for me today because, usually we send people to go on our behalf, but today I went personally to see what it is like in the community.
And do you feel empathy towards them? Does it make you want to help them even more, do more to help?
Exactly. That would want me to help more. And as I said, they are here not by choice. They are here because of circumstance that has pushed them to be where they are. And having a background information, these are refugee settings. On top to that, they are in a dire health need. That makes me and giving me the desire to serve them all and give them the best attention that they need.
So today, I'm here to tell you about before we had the Kids OR. Like previously, we had challenges. We didn't have a pediatric surgeon, and we had this population of refugees. That is the traumatized community that is coming from South Sudan, mostly We had them here, some of the emergencies and elective cases, that is urgent cases, were going to about 500 kilometers away. But with the installation of the Kids OR, we had these life-changing events where we have seen the pediatric surgeon come in and perform these surgeries, the life-changing, that is the urgent surgeries. We have had a very big waiting list, and especially the hernias, the club foot, the genovalgum, which is life-changing to them. And then the emergencies, we had the internal obstructions, intestinal obstruction, which is an emergency case which should be conducted within 24 hours. Imagine now moving these clients from here to Eldoret, which is around 500 kilometers away, which is the only specialized care we had. Yeah, and then sometimes we would lose these patients on transit or just before you get to the emergency.
So has it had a huge impact?
So had a huge impact. We have had close to about more than 300 cases which has been done here since the inception of this theater. And then this is so amazing, and this is life-changing. This is the only Kids OR a pediatric specialized care unit in a refugee camp setup.
And you feel honoured to be able to work here?
It's being a healthcare worker, what you sign for is to save life for your patients. And working in a refugee setup is even more fulfilling, and you feel you are doing a great job. You are doing even the Lord's work, because working in a refugee setup, it's quite unique. It's not like working in a big city. You find different cultures from different nations coming here who are very needy, and they couldn't afford these services even in their country. Some of them could afford, but because of the conflict in their areas, they just come here for safety. And then you're coming for safety, but also finding a specialized care in a unique setup. That is so amazing. And then me being in the front line to help this patient get that, it is life-changing, and it is fulfilling what I came to do. I was born to.
Kids OR has been like, what can I say? It's been a life-transforming experience here. Looking at the number of surgeries we've been able to do here amongst the pediatric age group, really transforming. Talking about congenital anomalies of the limbs, for example. This is a child who is going to school but has low self-esteem, and we're able to do these constructive surgeries right here within the camp. Actually, Kids OR is one of its kind in a refugee setting in the whole world. We've never had such a Kids OR theater in such a setting. And so having such in a child who already, there's the first trauma of being displaced from their home country because of war, and then coming here, being born with a congenital anomaly. That's a double tragedy for this child. And so having a life-changing surgery, a corrective surgery on the limb, this child is able to walk, this child is able to go to school with now self-esteem. Really, it's just been life-blowing, and it's really a good experience we've seen here in the camp. And secondly to it, not only constructive surgeries, we have like hernia repairs, satellite surgeries. We are able to do it here with equipment that is fitted to the pediatric age group. And I would dare say also that this is a theater of its kind in the whole of Turkana West region, serving the entire population, not only the refugees, but also the host community as well. It's life-blowing. I mean, really, that's an experience that is transforming. If Doc was to pay for this surgery, let me break down the costs. There's a cost of moving from here to Eldoret, which is the nearest hospital, and about more than 12 hours away from Kakuma. There's that travel costs, and then there's a cost that comes with treatment, the admission costs. Admitting this child far away from the relatives, all that. But look at it, what Kids OR has done. The theater is right here. We are able to do the surgery right within the camp. The relatives are able to visit right from home and bring food for the patient and then go back. And Doc is now able to interact with the family members, go to school nearby, play football. It's amazing. is really, really amazing. This is a gift to the Kakuma camp like none other.
Every day is an uphill task, running the facility, ensuring that all patients are seen, ensuring that operations go on normally, especially in this setting where we have vulnerable populations who have multiple issues, not considering the fact that they have communicable diseases, but they also come in with injuries, they also come in with other conditions. So every day is usually a challenge, but with the team, we're able to manage.
And do you enjoy it? Do you relish the challenge? Do you relish trying to help people?
I love challenges. I love challenges and I love helping people. I love looking for solutions and creative ways to tackle the challenges. Yeah.
And when you get up in the morning, is your first thought, how am I going to help people today?
When I get up in the morning, my first thought is, what are my 3 big things to do today? As long as I've done those, I'm good.
And we were out in the community today, and we
Yeah.
saw how some people live. We saw a family in a hut. From your point of view, is it quite upsetting? Is it quite frustrating to know that in 2024 people are living like that?
It is sad. It is disheartening to know that people are living like that. I think even basic dignity in that situation is not assured, and in 2024 it shouldn't be happening.
Nataka triko kwa sababu ni nani tukuendesha gari na nikuwe na beba familia yangu, alafu nianze nikishapata pesa na wapea familia yangu wanaendesha maisha.
Oh, tenja hiyo no.
Beep beep. Beep.
Fanya hivi.